Did you know that in the Eggcellent Simpsons Hit Run, the chess pieces in Mr. Burns' garden aren't normal chess pieces? They are in fact residents of Springfield who have been kidnapped and forced to be part of the game. Hello and welcome to Hidden Video Game Details, the series that aims to show you things that you may not have known about your favourite games so that you can look really clever in front of Sloth from the Goonies. Consider leaving a like if you learned something new, and without further delay, let's get started. So first up, let's take a look at Skater XL. Whilst the world waits for Skate 4, Skater XL is probably the next best thing. It has that whole easy to pick up and play but difficult to master thing going on, which makes for a very satisfying game. Now, the detail from Skater XL can be found on the Ole Way map. On one of the rooftops, you can find this. I mean, I doubt that this message is meant to be taken seriously, but just in case, I won't say anything if you don't. Up next is the Eggcellent SPLOSION Man. There was a time in the early days of the Xbox 360 where Microsoft would run a promotion called Summer of Arcade. Some great games were part of this promotion, including Castle Crashers, Limbo, Trials HD and more. But one of my favourites was always SPLOSION Man. SPLOSION Man sees you playing as, well, SPLOSION Man, a character made up entirely of explosive materials who has to escape an evil scientific facility. On the surface of things, it's a pretty straightforward game, but it's not long before the difficulty is really ramped up. Perhaps that's why SPLOSION Man has a secret mode called Way of the Coward, where if you die too many times, this will happen. Now, this seems like a good deal. Skip a level whenever things get difficult? Sign me up. However, as with everything in life, if something is too good to be true, then it probably is. When you start the next level, SPLOSION Man will be wearing this. So after activating the Way of the Coward, SPLOSION Man will be forced to wear a bright pink tutu. I mean, some may call this a punishment, others may call it fashion. I'll let you guys decide which camp you fall into. Oh, and something else that I noticed when playing SPLOSION Man is that whenever an enemy lands an attack, they will do this. So after hitting SPLOSION Man, the little robots will perform a victory dance. It's a nice touch. Next up is new Pokemon Snap. Back when I was a kid, the original Pokemon Snap was my jam. My brother and I would spend hours playing the game and even longer trying to work out how to take pictures of every Pokemon. Remember, this was before the internet. So when new Pokemon Snap released in 2021, I was excited to dust off my camera and get back to work. Well, for some reason, the magic just wasn't there. I don't know why, maybe it's because I'm older now, but the game just didn't capture me like the original did. That's not to say it doesn't have its moments where it does shine. The first detail from new Pokemon Snap can be seen in the sweltering sands. When throwing fruit at cactus-like Pokemon Cacnea, this may happen. So in what is possibly the cutest detail I've ever covered on this channel, the fruit will actually stick to Cacnea, on account of its spines. The other detail I found in Snap can be found on the same level. If you throw a fruit at Torchic, it will do this. So it seems that Torchic is a fussy eater as it will cook the fruit first. Like I said, new Pokemon Snap doesn't have the same magic as the original, but it does have its moments, and if you know of any other details like these, then please let me know. So this next game was actually suggested to me by a follower on Twitter. Now I get a lot of messages about games that I should check out, but I don't think a game has ever been more up my street than Unmetal. Unmetal is a 2D stealth action game that is basically a parody of 1990s Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. It's full of actual laugh out loud moments, which can be quite rare in video games. A couple of these moments can be found at the very beginning of the game. After breaking out of his cell, Fox finds himself in an enemy base. Well, if you're unsure of what to do, you can punch some crates to help you think, which will cause this to happen.
Why did you keep punching those crates? What did you expect to happen?
Nothing in particular.
Then why this gratuitous violence?
I don't know. I suppose I got lost in the moment. You know, for being imprisoned for a crime I didn't commit.
Oh, did I forget to mention that the voice actor for this game is doing their best David Hayter, aka Solid Snake impression? It's brilliant. The other detail can be found by going up to one of these cell windows and punching.
Stop it! Stop it! Be quiet!
You bastard! Screw yourself in that cell.
So it seems that the man in the cell was trying to get some sleep and didn't react too well to being woken up. Oh, and if you choose to throw a punch back, the same thing happens. Like I said, this game feels like it was made for me, and I'm sure that the more I play, the more I'll find. Now, I'm going to be honest, I thought I'd seen all there was to see in the Hitman games. I've covered them a ton on the channel before, over multiple different episodes and videos, so you can imagine my surprise when I actually learnt something new. On the Paris level in Hitman 1, you can find two men guarding a vase.
Specifically told us do not touch the museum pieces, and that thing looks A, fragile, B, expensive.
Yeah, I'm just looking. What is this, Babylonian or Greco-Roman?
Look, I don't care if it's the Holy Grail, would you just back up a little bit? You're making me nervous.
I don't know, it doesn't look quite right, does it? It's too new or something.
Hey, you know what? Suit yourself. Do what you gotta do, but you break it, you buy it.
Well, if you shoot the vase when the guards aren't looking, this will happen.
What the? Oh, shit. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you to be careful?
Whoa, hey, I never. Look, don't you lay this on me.
Oh, what? So it just tips over, right, Charles? In an empty room. The very vase you were admiring not a minute ago. You don't have to be a detective to figure out what happened here.
Hey, look, I never touched it, okay? Let's just get out of here. No one saw us get in. Come on, could have been anybody.
Except it wasn't. Was it now, Charles?
Just shut up, for Christ's sake. People will hear you. Come on, let's go.
I love things like this in games, so if you know of any other details like it in Hitman or any other game, then please let me know. So let's end today's video with Batman Arkham Knight. I was lucky enough to get my hands on the Steam Deck, and that's where I've been replaying this certified hood classic. Whilst making my way through the story for what must be like the 4th or 5th time, I've been keeping my eyes peeled for details, and even though I think this next detail is well known, it's still really, really cool. After inhaling Scarecrow's fear toxin, Batman starts to see visions of the Joker everywhere he goes. He's kind of hard to miss, I mean the guy's in a purple suit after all, but he does make some more subtle appearances in Gotham too. Here are just a few of the examples I've spotted so far.
Using to hack into the transport network.
Me? With a shock. Good. We're gonna need it. You think he's coming? Oh, I know he is. Arkham Knight just kidnapped his friend. We got the drone. He's not catching us off guard. He better not. Batman accesses that terminal. I don't know what Scarecrow and the Arkham Knight will do to us. There's definitely some kind of creature flying around out there.
Like I said, the chances are that a lot of you will have seen some of these before, but these blink and you'll miss it moments are some of the best in gaming. Oh, and don't expect this to be the last we see of Arkham Knight in this series. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then leaving a like is really appreciated. If you are a fan of Easter egg secrets and hidden details in games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.